Dear colleagues, we are very excited and glad to welcome you on our NextGIS Web Updates regular webinar, where we discuss latest news and updates related to our headline product, NextGIS Web. And we also here invite you to ask any questions you have, and we will try to answer them all. And I would like to start with a short introduction of our general work. Our company, NextGIS, um, develops a complete platform to support all basic workflows related to geospatial data for business, government, or individual level. For us, the most organic way to describe our work, to introduce our platform, is to call it ready to go solution for maps and geospatial data. Because our platform, and we want to build a platform which covers all basic workflows connected with geospatial data, from geospatial data collecting in the field and storing to different kinds to publishing and analysis. NextGIS Web, today's agenda, is our headline product. It's the core of the whole platform, and its main purpose is to integrate all the geospatial data flows you have, including vector and raster geospatial data, tile sets, OGC connections, PostGIS databases, files, and multimedia associated with locations, to take all this data, set up permissions, caching options, and other settings, and publish this data with REST API, with standard protocols, including different kinds of tile services, OGC services, etc., and publish interactive web maps. We have built-in web mapping engine. Our NextGIS web is constantly developing and getting better. And recently we have released a new version, 4.9, which brought a lot of new things. And today we're going to make a short overview of them, and I hope discuss everything. Before we start, let me introduce several interesting links. We have events website where we hold two kinds of public online webinars. We have platform updates and chat with devs like this one. This one is mainly for users familiar with NextGIS Web. And from time to time, we hold something we call general platform demo for new and potential users, where we discuss the general functionality of NextGIS platform. So keep in touch via our events page, nextjs.com events. And also, I would like to invite you to our different communities. We have several chats, community in Telegram and in Discord chat systems. We have community forum, community.nextjs.com. And of course, we also available via email, and we have small chat built in our site. So yeah, that's it from my side. And now I am glad to give my words to Alexander Dezhin, our Chief Technical Officer and Architect of NextGIS Web, who will cover the NextGIS Web 4.9 version updates. Alexander, please, I give you screen.
Yeah, thank you for introduction. Let me share my screen. Can you see it?
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So let's start. First of all, about our release cycle and actually how we develop our NextJS web product. So we release on-premise versions every 3 months, and before features published in the cloud, I mean NextJS.com, and it means that on-premise versions are more stable, more better tested, and that's because we can easily deploy some fixes in the cloud, but it's it seems to be a problem to deploy such fixes for our on-premise installations. In this release, we introduced a our own container registry. Previously, we were using GitLab container registry, and it was tricky to set up it correctly and give your access to repositories. So now it's much simpler for us and much simpler for you, and credentials are the same, just you need just update image addresses in the Docker Compose file and everything will work. So, what's next? About web maps, I think the most important part of NextGIS web. Let me show some details and show how it works. So first, about identification tool. Let me switch. Can you see Firefox right now?
Yeah, I can see a browser.
Okay. So, yeah. So that's how the identification tool works right now. Here is a pop-up window, but so it's useful, but mm, we cannot put more information here. You have to switch between tabs, and now we developed a pop-up which works as a regular map panel, and it can be enabled here. And let's save and uh, see how it works. Um, Here it is. So much more space for new features, and everything other is the same. Uh, and we are going to make this behavior default in the next version, and there will be no pop-up window on the map anymore. So, what's next? Uh, Font management. So the ability to use custom fonts in your WebJS has been in the Next.js web for a long time. It was available for on-premise versions, but it was a cumbersome process to set up it. You had to copy files on the server, and now it's available directly from the control panel. Let's see it in action. So uh, let's connect. Let's use Next.js Connect to add some labels. For example, for this layer. Here it is. Single. Okay. And yeah, and let's update the style. Yeah. So that's the default font. And to see the difference, let's open in the new in a new tab and uh, configure something different and upload our font to Next.js web. So let's choose some exit. Yeah, here it is. So more condensed font, and now we see it here. And if we update the layer, we will not see it before we upload these phones to the server. So let's do it. Here is the font management page. We can see which fonts are available, and we can upload our own. Here it is. Uh, we need to wait a little bit. It seems to be ready, and let's move our map to refresh it. So now we see that the font exactly match what we see on the desktop and in QGIS. What's next? So sorry, it's just small option, but it seems to be useful. Now we can now, now we can set up a different title for a web map, so we can just call web map, web map. But keep the original name as a title, and it will be here. So it helps to not to duplicate resource names. As you may see, here is the group name, and here is the web map name. Yeah. So I think that's all about web maps. And the next topic is our new resource management abilities. So let me show, first of all, here is the new resource creation dialog. Previously, all of these resources were in the sidebar, and they were actually in a random order, but now they are all grouped into categories. You can navigate through them, and they are ordered in useful order. So it means that things that you use more often are the first, and more rarely used things are in the end of the list. And yeah. Uh, so what's next? New preview widgets. Let me show. I have to, so for example, here. Now we can preview. Oh no, let's choose something different. Yeah. So now we can see the preview of base maps, not only layers and styles, and they are available as pop-up dialogues. So uh, it's quicker to review them, and here another option you can if you're choosing some base map from quick map services, you can see the preview right here. For example, let's choose this one, and we will see. Yeah, here it is. we can just its opacity. We can uh, turn on and turn off base map. So that's how it works. So what's next? And so it's not probably it's not so useful, but we have finished uh, migration of all of resource tabs from legacy, I mean, Dodge and the digit libraries to React. So now everything uh, is using modern libraries, and it's important for us because it gives us opportunity to develop new features uh, with less efforts. Yeah. And the last topic which I wanted to share, and so miscellaneous improvements. First of all, uh, we have simplified our permissions model, which were very tricky, but now, I mean, these permissions, mm, we removed some useless permissions from here, merged them into resource permissions. I mean, like data structure permissions, and now it's much more simpler than it was before. And the last feature that I wanted to share, the it is WFS client. Actually, it was available in the Next.js web for a long time, but it was disabled by default. Now it's enabled, it's more stable, and it may be useful in some scenarios. Let me show how it works in QGIS. So, for example, let's add WFS layer here, uh, just to see that it works. Yeah, yeah. And let's try do the same in the Next.js web. We need to create WFS connection for this. We need this. Uh, yeah. Oh, let me check. Yeah, now it works. And then we need to add WFS layer uh, where we need to select a connection and layer and then geometry column. Let's see. So now we see it works. So that's, I think, all that I wanted to share. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Alexander. I have a question about WFS connections.
Yeah.
Uh, can we apply any QGIS style to connected data from WFS layer, and how can we share it next? Like maybe we can, for example, publish this WFS layer from third-party server as vector tiles or as raster tiles. Uh,
Yeah. We can apply QGIS styles for let's try for WFS layers. Let's try to do this. For example, we can just choose red color to see the difference. Yeah, and I'm not sure will it work through NextGIS Connect, but I hope so. But let's just save uh, and upload it. Yeah, yeah. Now we see that the features are filled with red color. Yeah, and actually everything the same for vector tiles. We can use this link, but I should mention that WFS is pretty old specification, probably 20 years old, and that's why it's not so performant, and but it should work.
okay, so I have the full freedom after I have connected my WFS connection to a NextGIS app. I can work with it as with a regular vector layer. Yeah, so I can do anything. I can publish it, republish, etc. That's
Yeah.
great.
You can even connect Next.js Web to Next.js Web using WFS, and it should work too.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And as I can see, also you can um, create attachments for objects from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All features, it works for uh, regular vector layers and PostGIS layers. They work for uh, WFS layers too without any problems.
Cool. Thank you. Um, any other questions? Maybe. If not, then I think we can finish for today. We will share the video record on our events website. So if you missed something, you can always refresh your mind. And feel free to reach out to us in our chats and emails wherever you want, wherever it's convenient for you. We will be glad to see you on our next events. So, yeah, thank you very much, Alexander, and see you next
Thank
time.
you. See you. Bye.
Bye bye.